Well, hello. That was very interesting for an opening. What's going on, everyone? Welcome to the Evercast, your weekly dose of Evercade goodness. I'm one of your hosts, Rich from Big Ice Cream Productions. I'm with a bird.
That's me.
Yep. That's Crow right there.
Of course, bird is the word.
And of course, Pete, the Ever-Canadian himself. Wow. I wonder, I don't know what happened. Like, StreamYard doesn't like it when I try to play a video from somebody else, I guess.
Yeah, whatever.
What was going on? I
have no idea. I was just like,
it just looks like freezing
on the opening.
Oh, okay, yeah. I usually don't watch the screen when the intro's going.
I was just like, wait, what happened?
I was reading Discord and all the hate Ed's getting. I love it. Ed drops this ballsy video and then doesn't show up to Evercast. What a baller move. It's like a big double finger to the community. It's like, this is my opinion. I don't care what you say. I'm not showing up for Evercast.
Oh, poor Ed.
I got more respect for Ed than ever, man. That's awesome. Oh my gosh. I don't like trolls, but I like reading trolls sometimes when it's not about me. When it's not about me, I love it. I can sit and read it and I'm like, oh, here we go.
Oh my goodness, man.
Ed stirred the pot.
So yeah, we got a good show for you today. We're gonna be hanging out, just talking some Evercade, talking some other news, talking about all sorts of fun stuff.
Yay.
But first, we've got, of course, our awesome chat. We got Archive Gig. What's going on, man? We got Corny Puddle, hello. We got Joe Whitlash saying hello. Yeah, thanks, man. We're gonna be actually talking about that news as a topic and later on in the show. So keep your eyes peeled for that. There's that guy, the Evercade, saying hello. Daz95, what's going on? Crypto Coffee, what's going on? Lloyd R. Jim, what's up? Good morning. Good morning, everyone. iHeart Retro saying hello. And Nico. And Everdelay. Yeah, I don't know. I really don't know what happened.
Every time I see iHeart Retro, I think iHeart Radio. Do you guys get that in the States?
Yes. Yeah, 100%.
Yeah,
I used to actually say it. It was pretty crazy. Morley Bruxton says, good morning. Crypto Coffee says, on the holy hockey sticks, did Blaze not send all of you a review model of the Evercade Alpha? I mean,
that's the only way some folks would get it.
I bought one, so I have mine.
I've got the original Mega Man one coming, so yeah, I kind of asked Santa for the
Street
Fighter one. So
nice.
Hopefully might get that. I don't know.
Well, the thing is, like, I can't watch any of those videos. That's spoilers.
Yeah,
not really, dude. Some of the big videos going out, they're just doing a general product review. They don't really have any clue what they're talking about because they only come into Evercade content when a big releases. They're not there for the entire time, so it's I get a treat out of listening to them because they're so uninformed. Like,
I don't want like if I wind up doing a video when I get mine, I don't want to be like kind of influenced by any other video I saw or be tipped off.
Yeah, you wouldn't.
That might be,
not the level of detail you go into stuff. You really wouldn't because they're very shallow. Like I like Mad Little Pixel, so I was watching this last night, and he's just funny, right? He had the carts out, and he goes, "I don't know if these are out or not, but anyway." I'm like, "Oh, that's cute." And
he could have looked at one website and found out.
Yeah,
like they do good videos. Don't get me wrong, they do good videos. It's just that they just drop in. They're not like connected like Ed is. Like Ed's connected to everything, right?
Yep.
And us, but it's just kind of fun. So you really would not learn anything more than you would put in your own video, Crow.
Yeah, I mean, and actually,
videos like me, very shallow and uninformed.
As far as this particular one goes, this might be the only product that I would have actually wanted maybe them to like even if it was like let me borrow one, because like it was one of those things where I can't bring myself to grab one.
That's Santa.
But I want to talk about it, and I'm like, well,
Ask Santa.
I'll let you guys all talk about it.
Yeah, just ask Santa.
Yeah, ask Santa. Yeah, that could be a thing. We'll see what happens.
Unless you don't want Santa spending his money on that, and you want something different. So I totally get that too.
Right. But yeah, so yeah, we'll talk a little bit about the alphas going out and getting reviews or whatever. I've got MJR's video queued up. I'm able to take a peek at not not audio or anything, but maybe we'll like
Yeah.
put it in the background or something. That's saying, did he kick off off the show? He's not enthusiastic about Evercade. Yeah,
He got kicked off his own channel.
Yeah,
we're on his channel. So.
He just barged in and pushed him off his own channel.
Yeah, he's done.
No, of course, he's here. He's
it's pretty funny when I am the like Ed is more pessimistic than me, and in the last 6-8 months, I've been Mr. Cool and Chill.
Yeah, right.
Ed's gone to the dark side.
Yeah, no, he's doing some family stuff, which is awesome.
Yeah.
And doing all that kind of thing. So, yeah, we can get to this one, crypto, in a little bit.
Honestly, I think he put out that video because he wants to put out Evercade content without actually talking about any games.
Yeah,
I think so too.
Yeah,
he is the Evercade channel, right? So,
yeah.
But yeah, we can. I mean, actually, I think we've addressed the lack of HDMI port on the Alpha.
Yeah, I don't really care, to be honest with you. Like, for me, I've got my EX, I got my VS for that stuff. So, yeah.
Well, the only problem is that you wouldn't be able to play the games built into the console on a TV.
That is really
that's
true.
That's the only downside. But that's probably why they're allowed on the device, because you can't hook it up to a TV.
And that's legitimately a good gripe for most people, right? We've had that for the EXP too, right? Like the XP has that issue too. So well, I totally legit agree with that.
You could still hook the Evercade up to a TV if you wanted to, which is the odd thing now that I think about it. So why can't you do it with that's not the reason.
Yeah,
I have no idea.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know exactly why they wouldn't do it either, because
I'm not going down that road again where we just stir up the debate of games not on cart versus on systems. I think that's been debated and talked about, and I think everybody's right and wrong in that one, so I don't care.
Yeah, I'm all good with whatever they choose to do with the Alpha as far as the HDMI port stuff goes, but it would be handy. That might have been a factor though. If it had the HDMI port, I'm like, oh sweet, I can capture off of it, do whatever. Maybe I can, maybe I'll just try to swing one. But anyway. Then he says, I get less heat saying ET wasn't a bad game than I do say, but I don't care about the Alpha. It doesn't have an HDMI. I mean, I'm not giving you any heat.
Well, okay, you know what? I do have a legitimate reason why there could be HDMI out for the Alpha, especially like for the Street Fighter one where you're 2 players. So you're forced to both players, even though you could both plug in your own separate controller, you're still gonna be looking at that small screen. So why not be able to watch it and play it on a bigger screen?
That's true.
But again, these are all games that you could buy on another device and hook it up to a TV if you really wanted to.
Yeah. Well, I think we just answered this one, iHeart. Both of you guys are getting one, right?
Yeah, I've got the Mega Man one coming. Yeah.
Actually, now that I think about it, if it did hook up to a TV, that could be a replacement for the VS. If you didn't care about not being able to do 4 players.
Yeah,
that's true. Yeah. I mean,
maybe that's why they did it.
The Alpha might, because it has a USB port, you might be able to plug in a hub.
Oh yeah, you know what? Does it hit? What kind of USB port does it have? You mean just the front ones, the USB A?
Yeah.
I don't know why I was just thinking like USB-C, using USB-C to HDMI. That probably wouldn't work, but
no, yeah, to get the HDMI probably wouldn't. No, but to expand to do 4-player games, definitely, right? It should.
I don't know. Here's the weird thing with the Evercade VS. I don't know if you tried this, but there's certain games where, like Combat Tribes, I think, where your character's chosen by which controller you're using. So if you unplug it from the first control port and plug it in the second controller port, you're actually playing a different character.
Oh,
so they're each assigned like players 1 through 4.
Yeah.
So I don't know if you plugged in a hub if it would translate.
Got it. Yeah, it's interesting. That is interesting. So
I don't know much about that, and it's something I could have probably tested, plugging a USB hub in the Evercade VS and seeing what happens then. But if you could even plug in 2 players in the hub into the same controller port, and if it works or not, that's actually an interesting experiment. I don't know if anybody's tried.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when you guys get it, then you can. I mean, that's
that cars work.
Well, I
should be-
mean, you
be
could even
like
try it
a week,
right now with the Evercade VS. You know.
Yeah.
Oh, that's true. Yeah, for sure. All right. Des asking a question. Usually a little later on in the show we get that information, but
Yeah, I'm doing a bunch of little streams throughout the weekend. So I think the first one I'm going to do probably around 10 this morning for a couple hours, and some more in the afternoon and at night tomorrow. So yeah, so I'll be doing a bunch of little streams.
Yep. Yeah, all for Extra Life, right?
Yep, everything's for Extra Life.
Good stuff. Loving it. So yeah, make sure you check out Pete over on the Evercade.
I don't know when I'm going to be streaming. I'm really playing Dragon Age right now, so I might be playing some Dragon Age, some Polymegas, a bunch of retro games. So we'll see.
Nice.
Whatever I'm interested in playing, I'll play. But yeah, I think Polymega this morning for sure.
Very cool. It's very cool. So, wow, that's okay. My goodness.
Yeah, he is British. I mean,
that's a high price to pay for an alpha, but
Satan is an anagram of Santa. I think they're the same person.
Man, that's a dark horror movie idea right there. Oh my goodness. DF saying hello, checking in. Channel member.
That was already in one of the games. I just played earlier this week, days before Christmas. So they do have the evil Santa in there.
Yeah, for sure. For sure. Retro Misfit checking in saying ready to join the Evercade universe when the EXPR is released. Any cartridge suggestions? That's a cool early topic.
Depends what you're interested in, right? Like
exactly. Yeah, there's so much
8-bit, 16-bit, 32-bit arcade.
Yeah, it really depends
computer.
on what kind of stuff you like.
Yeah,
it's going to be different for everybody.
Yeah.
I mean, I usually have my one default answer, but it's Legacy, and it makes me sad that I can't just be like, just go get this one. But yeah, there's tons of different stuff. If you if you like shooters, there's a billion total plan collections. By the end of the year, there'll be 4 of them, so that's a thing to look at. I like the Data East collections, and both the arcade and the console collections. I think those are pretty cool. Indie Heroes is always, any of the Indie Heroes is always a good time for me.
Yeah, I think so too.
So
the Atari collection, I absolutely love. I think, and you get good value for money because you get tons of games on the Atari collection.
Well, the funny thing is,
renovation.
I'm doing those polls every week, and eventually every Evercade cart comes up on there for people to vote on which one they like the most. And so far, there hasn't been an instance where a cart didn't get any vote whatsoever. So,
right. Yeah.
So somebody likes all of them.
Yeah. Well, speaking of those things, why don't we go real quick over to polls and take a look at the winner of your last week's semifinal round there.
Actually, that was the final round.
That was the final round. Okay.
Yeah. So Galco just barely beat out Data East for the best Evercade cart of 2021.
There you go. So, I mean,
and if you're not familiar, I do this tournament style. So, there's 4 preliminary rounds, 2 semifinal rounds, and then a final round for every year. I'm doing that. Just every poll's up for a week. Usually, there's about 100 people that've been voting every week.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. So, if you're looking for, I guess what the general masses are recommending, I mean, you can just look at the winners of these polls here. Because there's a wide variety of votes and a wide variety of.
Oh yeah, so, and you could tell it was close on this one too. So
right. Yeah. I mean, I put my vote in for Data East on this one, thinking, oh man, this is gonna be a slam dunk. But Galco coming in.
Actually, go scroll up and look at this week's, because this is actually surprising me. I don't know why because you didn't vote yet.
I didn't vote yet because it's tough.
Okay, which one would you vote for? For me, I would have picked Alwa's Awakening and Cathedral, all of those 3.
Well, I mean, of the 3, I like all of them. I'm leaning Renovation because it was such a surprise for me, and it's out of character. There's a whole bunch of games that are on the Renovation collection that really I wouldn't necessarily enjoy, but there was that one side-scrolling shooter that I just got sucked into, and then the first time I played it, I just went straight through it. and I was like, wow, that's totally uncommon for me. Like that, I would just keep playing and grinding through a shooter just to get to the end. It was weird, but I really enjoyed it, and that left an impression on me. And so therefore, I was like, oh, well, Renovation is really cool.
Do you want me to tell you which one is winning right now?
I mean, I'm gonna, you know what? I'm gonna throw my vote in for Renovation because
I say Jalico,
but let's find out. Jalico,
told you.
Yeah.
Wow, look at that.
Actually, I was kind of surprised that at first, Owl's Awakening was like barely getting any votes at all, and that was my pick. Yeah.
Well, both
Cathedral
Renovation
they're both really good games.
But Renovation and the other one are more obscure. Jalico's more known in the retro community, right? Like, like Renovation was mostly Japan, right? They were expensive imports.
My thing was like with the Jalico arcade ones, I would the arcade games, but to me they were like lesser known arcade games. They're not ones I used to see all the time.
Yeah,
or at all in some cases.
Yeah.
So
I mean, when you say Jalico, I don't think arcade games. I'm thinking of that NES publisher. You know?
Yeah, that's true. Well, maybe that's where it gets it because the NES was so popular, right?
Maybe, yeah.
Yeah. So
I don't pretend to understand the internet.
Nice.
Well, that's why I'm doing this. I want to find out what people other than me think are the best ones. I don't vote in these polls, so I'm not having
No
any
way.
sort of
Is that
sway.
why you're doing a poll?
I wanted to find out
That is the actual definition of doing a poll.
I wanted to find out how like the consensus is different from my own personal picks. That was the whole reason I'm doing
But isn't
this.
your personal opinion the only opinion?
No.
I know. I'm making a joke.
It's the one. It's the only one that matters to me, but it's not the only one.
True that.
So Retro Misfit says Evercade should have a competition where developers send in a game and winners get on a cartridge. A rule to be the game could not be available elsewhere, so it would be an Evercade exclusive. That's kind of interesting. I mean, that would be an interesting way of doing voting too, is if there was some way of interacting with the game of the month. So like say next year. So like building the Indie Heroes collection or whatever, like all of them were like, maybe there were two options and you'd have to vote for one to stay on the collection, do a survivor kind of thing. That'd be kind of fun. I mean,
you have to let me
it
know
would make the other developer feel bad though. I don't know.
Yeah, exactly, right?
Unless I
It's
take
like
out
an
the
A side and
headphones,
a
you're
B side of
crazy.
an old LP. Right? The B side no one listens to, but the A side.
Well, maybe it'd be like one of those things though. Like you get the two vote things, but then it was like, it'd be like Great British Bake Off. It'd be like you get to the end of the episode, it was like, actually, we're gonna put out two collections. They're both going on. We're just separating the playlist order by the votes. But yeah, it's an interesting idea. So yeah, it was pretty close, right? For sure.
Mm-hmm.
Renovation.
There have been some though that just there's just been a clear winner, and it always gets blown away. But usually the final round is usually close because it's the two top ones going up against each other.
Mm-hmm. Renovation. My only beef is the one RPG for the Genesis is too slow and it lags to me. Really strange given it was on the Genesis. I mean,
Asia.
Yeah. I mean, I wanted that one to be a little better too, but yeah. Yep. Treasure. Yeah.
There's almost too many games on the Evercade now. I keep forgetting about some of the classics, some of the games. Like there's like almost 600 games on the Evercade now. It's like it's almost too many. They need to slow down.
Yeah.
One card a year. One card a year.
That's what I've been saying.
One card a year, he says. Oh my goodness.
One card a year.
Wow. One of the YouTubers has received an alpha, put in his Cathedral cart and says Cathedral saves. It says it's not compatible. I bet you because there's a firmware mismatch. Because there's been firmware updates. There's been firmware updates that corrected things like those saves that came out before the alpha was launched. So I'm imagining they didn't get patched in the factory with the brand new firmware.
Obviously,
now, there's another. They need to update on the alpha. So right now we've got like 3 different firmware updates that they have to produce: the EXP, the Versus, and now the alpha.
Well, the alpha doesn't have a Wi-Fi card, does it?
Yeah, I think does. Yeah.
If it does, then yeah, I mean, you're just going to get the platform update when it pushes. But they probably won't put that channel out until after release. So
I wonder if it's because Cathedral's a native game. So I'm wondering if you tried any other native game.
Yeah.
If it would, be a similar problem, or if it's just Cathedral,
Well, I would imagine it's probably all of them. But I know that there was a fix for that though in the last update, in the big platform update. So if the alpha shipped with something that wasn't 4.0 on it, then of course that's why.
Well, they got about a month to fix it unless it gets delayed another month.
Well, yeah. Well, but there's a thing to consider in the grand scheme of things when you get early reviews. Then sometimes you're getting like things that are not quite settled because you're getting the thing early. So at launch there might be an update that's a day one patch for the alpha. So that they've already had that planned.
That's the argument. Why send out early devices for certain people to review early if things aren't set up perfectly or correct? Because they're going to put out videos that have these problems, and people are going to see these videos from now until forever.
100%.
With problems that may not exist in the actual released device.
Yeah, no, you got a point there. You absolutely got a point. So, Immortal Surgeon, what's going on, man? Good morning. He says yes. Voting for Game of the Month should determine which one goes on the cart. Yeah, he's all about it. He's about to vote people off the island. That's good. That's good. Netflix Foreign says, actually, in that idea, how about we get Rekka from the Famicom that was created based on Japanese small devs sending in their games to Hudson or Konami? Okay. Yeah, I'm not familiar with that.
Oh, again, that would be a Konami.
Yeah. Yeah, and Hudson, which we don't have either.
Well, Konami, I think, owns Hudson, so you need Konami.
Yeah. So if Blaze can create a community around the alpha with challenges, leaderboards, events, that would be good.
I don't think it's ever going to happen.
Yeah.
If they don't have it on launch, it's never going to happen. So.
Yeah, I mean that would have been a thing, right? That also might have been a feature if they were like, bang, alpha, arcade, leaderboard.
They've got internet there, but like,
yeah,
if it's not there on launch, it takes them forever to do anything like that, right? So
that might have gotten me. I'm not gonna lie, that might have gotten me.
Yeah, I used to be more into that stuff, but now I don't really care much. I've accepted the Evercade stuff for what it is, right? Like,
yeah. I mean, yeah. I know that some people want those kind of features, some people don't, but that would have been something that was unique. You know what I mean? And I'm all about that. Like, if there's like, okay, if I'm justifying an extra piece of hardware in my house, if it's giving me something that's kind of unique, then that's cool. Like, for example, right now the alpha is like, the unique thing is, oh, it's a little bar top. It's cool. It's cute. Like, you could like do all the cool things. I'm like, well, I don't need that.
Like, I mean, I think Blaze is just the wrong company for that. Like, if you want that kind of stuff, like, I'd say get on the Atari VCS train and stuff, because they're already doing all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Right? Like, they have leaderboards. They have like, Atari's already doing all that kind of stuff. I think Blaze is not that company. So.
Oh,
I think the community could create their own, but like, they already do that. The Facebook group already, Evercade fan group already does like a bunch of stuff themselves around it, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh wow, that would be an issue.
That's the way I understood it, is that the game didn't work at all.
Yeah, that's rough. So yeah, you want your stuff to work for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Absolutely.
I wonder how many of those videos have checked to see if they could get the hidden games or the extra dual cart games.
Yeah, they kind of stopped doing that hidden game 2 thing with new carts, right? So
yeah. So yeah, that's true. Yeah, the little combo thing, unlocking extra things. I think that was neat.
And it just happens, right? When they diversify their product lines and do all that kind of stuff, it spreads some. It's like I always say, it's too little butter spread on a piece of toast. It's really thin, right?
Yeah, I really thought that for C64 Collection 3, I really thought if you were to put in C64 Collection 1 and 3, you would have gotten to play Summer Games 1 and 2 together. But instead, they put 1 and 2 together on the cart itself.
I'm not sure.
Just in that, so it kind of puts makes summer games on the first collection pointless because you got it in the third collection along with the second set of games.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah. I mean, who knows too? Like maybe as they were continuing to do that, maybe the devs or the publisher side they weren't too keen on it anymore or whatever.
I thought it was like that would have been really cool because that's how you got it back in the day. If you had Summer Games 2 and Summer Games 1, you told it, yeah, I got both games, and then you swap discs between both games.
Yeah, that would be kind of cool. A little callback.
But you know what? I mean, it's better they did it this way because then you don't have to have both of them in the Evercade to play both. It's just there, but
yeah.
It just would have been kind of neat if they did it that way.
All right, Herb, where's checking in, saying hello. Well, hello, channel member. What's going on? Anthony McDade, who bought the Polymega games? I did. Just something else to collect. That sounds like a transition right there. Is the Polymega collection a threat?
A threat to what?
Well, a threat to like the Evercade ecosystem is like they're trying to. Are they coming for Blaze? What do you think? What do you think about this?
Is this? I mean, you'd have to explain this a bit to me. Is this where you can buy games online digitally? Is that what we're talking about?
No, actually, they're putting out physical products now. Polymega.
Oh, really?
They announced it yesterday, and it's exclusively licensed products, so licensed games on a physical media that has more than one game on a disc that goes into your Polymega, and it's got a whole bunch of like extra features and stuff like that. Some of the game collections actually also come with reprints of games that aren't available anymore, which is interesting.
Okay, I was not aware of this at all. I think you're talking about something totally different earlier.
Yeah. Oh, this news broke literally last night.
Do you not watch his content?
5 or
no? I didn't watch any of YouTube yesterday. Yesterday was my day off.
No, that's how I found out. I saw Rich popped up, and I'm like, that's where I get all my news from. So I'm like, oh yeah, Polymega. Yeah, so pretty much they're doing on disc what Evercade does on cartridge.
Yeah.
Okay, now I'm more interested in the Polymega, to be honest. But 2 questions.
Yeah.
How much is the Polymega? And the second question is, how available is the Polymega?
It'll be available.
You can buy one right now, can you?
They sold out their base units again and their modules, so they're going to be available again in Q4. But yeah.
Oh, they sold out again?
Yeah, they're sold out both again. Their base unit and their things.
Wow.
So are these collections on disc and you pop it in the disc drive?
Yeah.
They're
on DVDs.
They're on
Rich
DVDs.
will show you the case.
So
Rich, bring up the case design and stuff.
Yeah, sure. Let me go over here.
So you don't need any of the extra expansion.
No, this is pure for the disc. You just need a base unit. And they announced, Rich, I didn't know they announced, I must have missed the news, that I didn't know they were making an Atari module to go with it.
Yes. Yeah. That was part of
the new news, or you already knew it?
I knew that they were already making it, but they didn't officially announce it until this past update.
Wait.
Game changer for me because hopefully that Atari module takes Intellivision games because they own Intellivision now.
It's 2600 and 7800 for now. They said more news later.
Oh, okay, cool.
So this is what the thing looks like. This is what the collections are going to look like. So like that little fat CDR kind of things kind of reminds me of like PAL PlayStation games.
Yeah, they're shipping this week too.
Yeah, and they're shipping this week.
How much are these collections?
So that's the other thing. The dividing line between the Evercade side and a whatever. They're twice as expensive.
$39.
Yeah, the $39.99 for the collections on the Polymega side, as opposed to like $19.99 US for a regular
double
collection.
The price.
They're double the price.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Yeah,
that one only has 7 games in it too.
Yeah, so this one here, if you go to the games list, You got Orbit. You got both versions of Gravitar, the arcade and the 2600.
Okay, I guess that counts as
It
multiple.
counts, yeah. Lunar Lander, 3 versions of Asteroids, Asteroids Deluxe, Super Asteroids Missile Command from Lynx, which is an introduction to Lynx to the Polymega because you couldn't play Lynx games on there until this, and then Space Duel. So yeah, it's interesting. It's interesting stuff. So yeah, apparently it also has like, see, there's like this pin right here. You can get a pin if you order it. Like there's a limited edition or something like that. If you're the first, I don't even know how many they're producing, but if you're in that first block, you'll get a pin. But if you don't order in the first block, then you won't get the pin. So
did Atari buy Polymega, or they just invested in them?
They're a 49% stakeholder.
Oh wow!
In Play Magi. So they're not a majority share, but they do have quite a bit of money in there. Cool. So this is when I was doing my speculations from last night about this whole deal. I immediately speculated, okay, well, this is probably the end of Atari on Evercade. Like I know that there are legacy now, but they're going to be really legacy.
Oh yeah, 100%.
I don't think they come back and they do a deal with a.
But then again, Atari puts their games everywhere, like Switch.
Yeah, I don't. It depends. I mean, they could do a deal with both. I mean, as long as they don't sign an exclusivity deal.
I think it's Atari's smart, right? Like they've been doing that for a long time now. So I think they're going to continue to do that. So I think they'll probably redo a new deal. Depends if Evercade's interested in them, right?
Yeah, that's true. I mean, that is true.
They already got like 4 carts dedicated to Atari, right? 2 Lynx, 2 Ataris.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's tons of games out there on the Evercade. So I just wish that they did a deal where at least they can come back out of Legacy and then just reprint those carts. Because
I guarantee they'll do an Intelligent collection now too, since they own those.
Yeah, I mean that could be
for Polymega,
or like an M Network collection or something.
Oh yeah, the M Network one would be the best one to do. So
that would be kind of cool.
Okay,
so this is competition directly in Evercade space, no matter like.
Yeah, 100%. I mean,
this is like comparing a Super Nintendo to a Neo Geo.
Oh no, it's more like
haven't said yet
a Switch to a PlayStation
of the base unit.
Yeah, the base unit is really expensive.
So let's answer that question.
I can tell you, it's 5 times the cost of an Evercade VS.
It is. Yeah. The base unit is very expensive. It's $549.
Yeah, but the base unit you get to install a lot of disc media, right? So it's a different market, but similar.
Right? Yeah, it's a similar concept.
See, I bought my base unit at $199 7 years ago.
There you go. Pete did it right. I did it sort of right. I got mine for $3.
I got in on day 1 and just had to wait 3.5 years to get it.
Here's why
I got mine for $349 when they did the second wave pre-orders.
What was the original name of this? It was called like Retro Blocks.
Something Retro Blocks.
Yeah. The reason I kind of
because it was
kind of went away from it because it was originally supposed to be FPGA.
Yeah.
When they turned it to just emulation, I was like, okay, I'm not really interested anymore.
Yeah, but it doesn't matter, man. It doesn't really.
I still don't get this $549 price at all.
It's a pretty beefy little system, man.
But you could buy a mini PC.
Oh yeah, I don't buy this. This is for.
Yeah, I mean, if you already know how to do all the emulation, like build your own kind of thing, yeah. But if you have a collection,
like I do, like I've got like a couple thousand games on mine. Like I scanned in all my collection on it. Like I love it.
That's pretty. I mean, I like it. I love mine too because it almost encourages you to be like, oh, well, maybe I can get my hands on this disc here, and then like put in your thing and like build your own library or whatever. But you don't have to worry about, like, for example, I got this copy of Lunar here, right? And the disc is pretty mangled. I'm not gonna lie, but I got it to install on the Polymega. I don't never have to worry about this disc ever again. It's just on there and I can just play it. It's great. But I still have my physical copy.
I kind of glanced over it, but these are DVDs.
Yep,
correct.
For games that are on this DVD, there's got to be a lot of empty space on that DVD.
Cheaper, right? It's probably the cheapest disc to print to.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Yeah, so they are DVDs. Hey, what's up, by the way?
I think it's a threat to people who own both but the percentage of people who own both is probably so minuscule it doesn't really matter.
Yeah,
But
I
I
don't
think
see it
it's a threat to getting developers on Evercade if they
Something.
see there's enough install units. If Polymega can get their price down, they could do quite well. And I think Atari's probably going to work to get their price down.
Yeah.
Well, I wonder what the install base is for the Polymegas compared to the Evercade. The
But
Evercade
see, Atari's over
probably
there
much
now.
bigger.
Oh yeah.
And
100.
Atari's not. Listen though, Atari's not building VCSs anymore, so Atari could probably take over the production of all this and get the price down to sub 300, maybe.
Yeah.
Does Atari own Polymega? Is that
They
what,
own 49%.
49%.
49. Well, yeah, the price would have to come down a lot for the base unit before I think people would be clamoring to get one.
Yeah, it's too.
Oh yeah, for sure. For sure.
I'd say their install base is about 10,000. That's what they said their initial production run was.
Mhm.
That was
I
like
still
7 years.
I still don't get the price of $40 for these discs.
Yeah, I mean that is interesting, right? Like the collections at $39.99. I mean, I mentioned that same thing when I was talking about it on the news last night. I mean, $29.99 is a better price point. Obviously, $19.99 is a great price point, but realistically, $29.99 would be like I think my sweet spot price for these kind of things. And the reason why is not necessarily because of asteroids. Let me see if I can get to the.
Because it's funny because when I saw the $40 price point, I was like, man, there's got to be at least 50 games on here.
So, yeah, I mean, if they were huge collections that had a whole bunch of games for $39.99, yeah, absolutely. But the thing here is on the Data East one, right? This is the Karate Champ collection. Right?
That's the other weird thing is that it's the Karate Champ collection.
Yeah, it's weird, but it has all
Volume
these
2 Karate Champ. It sounds like there's one game on it when there's actually 4.
But yeah, there's Karate Champ PvP, Fighter's History Dynamite, and Karnov's Revenge. So,
what is PvP? Karate Champ PvP.
I don't know. It's like a different version of Karate Champ on the arcade.
I'll look it up because I never heard of that before.
So, but the cool thing is, you get the Polymega game DVD, which has all the games on it. But this collection also has Karnov's Revenge for Neo Geo CD. So they reprinted Karnov's Revenge for Neo Geo. That's cool. Like that's a neat feature. You know what I mean? So
it's player versus player. Apparently, the original Karate Champ was single player.
Oh, okay, got it. So, yeah, so it's an interesting thing. Like, I mean, I think personally, as far as the question goes, is Polymega collection a threat? Not really.
No, I don't see.
It's only a threat to those that want to spend one or another, right? But I mean, in our sense, I mean, most of us are all collectors, so we're gonna. If you own a Polymega and you own an Evercade, you're gonna get whatever's out.
You're gonna get both of them. Yeah, you already have both. You're just gonna buy both of everything anyway.
Yeah, but I just thought it was a really cool, like topic, and it's interesting too that there is another player in the field, right? There's another company out there doing some things about getting physical products out there with licensed games on it. And that's neat.
Also, this probably installs to the Polymega. So if there were updates that were needed to be made,
100%.
The one downside is they wouldn't be able to be made to the disc. So, like, for example, in the future, if Polymega goes away, there'd be no way to update this in the future.
Right.
If there was no server to connect to. Whereas with the Evercade, once the cart's updated, it's updated. It doesn't matter where you play that from then on.
Mm-hmm. That's true. Yeah. So, but yeah, I mean, interesting things. And they come with the other tchotchkes and stuff too, as far as the cases go. They have like made a big deal about the spine cards. Like a lot of the Japanese releases for Saturn had like an extra surround of cardboard, like around the CD case. My original copy of Lunar Silver Star.
Yeah, that's exactly what I was looking at. How I was thinking that
they got analog sticks on the controller, so 2 controllers analog sticks.
Okay, I guess.
Yeah, you just get 2. You just use 2 of these.
Polymega's main controller is
has 2, but that's not going to have the same feel because the original arcade version has 2.
Nothing's going to have the same feel unless you're in the arcade, Crow.
But you know what? I have you know what? I have the arcade one up, Burger Time machine, which happens to have Karate Champ on it with 2 joysticks per
Yeah.
player.
Mm-hmm.
So that's gonna that. I don't really like Karate Champ, but I don't think I'd like it. I don't think it'd play very well with analog sticks, to be honest.
Did
Yeah.
somebody take Genejoke's name? That's not the real Genejoke, is it?
Ooh, Genejoke? Where? That's a hilarious looking controller. I don't know. Did you change your
Genejoke?
Did you change your thing?
I think I think he did, because that's kind of his avatar on his YouTube channel that he kind of just started maybe a month or
Wait,
so ago.
isn't Genejoke a channel member? Or is he not?
Yeah, I
don't
thought
know.
Genejoke was a channel member.
I don't know.
He poshed up.
Washed up.
He
Yeah,
poshed
I mean,
up.
I'm willing to believe it's him because that's the same character he uses in his
Yeah,
videos.
yeah, yeah. Oh. So
all right, cool. Cthulhu.
Yeah. Yeah, very cool, very cool. So
Yeah, so
Yeah,
we've
I mean-
established that it's not a threat. So yay!
yeah, it's a good thing.
It doesn't
I
matter.
still bought them though because I bought them as an investment. I mean, those are going to be real rare in 10 years.
Oh yeah, I think the market is going to be pretty small until
And
until it
Polymega made a
goes out.
mistake too, and they sent me 4 sets of modules when I only paid for 1. They kept sending them to me, so I've got spare 3 sets of spare. So I gave 1 to my cousin. So I've got 2 sets of spare modules just hanging around.
That's awesome. That's cool.
That's how messed up their entire 3 years was during the pandemic. They kept just sending stuff out.
Where is Polymega located, or at least the company?
California.
Los Angeles somewhere.
Okay.
Yep. Somebody that was a pretty decent sized interview YouTuber went there and interviewed the CEO a while ago.
They were just cash starved, right? They had no money, and the pandemic completely screwed them. Then the Civil War in there was where they were manufacturing. Like they've had every bit of bad luck that one could get.
Yeah. So yeah. All right, cool. So so speaking of other things
why are you gonna be so crazy
that are out there. So let's touch on, I guess, the alpha. The alpha reviews are here. People are getting them. They're opening the boxes. They're checking out some stuffs. I had a video here queued up.
Oh, this is Metal Jesus.
Mr.
I like
Metal
Metal Jesus rocks because he gets his friends to play his stuff.
Yeah. So we got to look at the box and how all that kind of stuff is. So it's pretty neat. Let me see if I can like fast forward through his video. There we go.
Man, it's bigger than most people thought it was. That's their first thing, right? Like,
yeah, isn't that pretty cool? That's it's
they sent him
size.
too.
Yeah, it's decent size right there.
Yeah. Oh man, I'm jealous of his Vita collection in the background there. Hoy.
Oh, look at all that. Yeah, he's got all sorts of Vitas. That's pretty cool.
I don't have the red one. I've got the black and the blue one. That's it.
Yeah.
See, they just stole my idea from 4 years ago. I said, like, I remember all the time I was saying, I wanted 10 cart slots. So Crow, you'll have to figure this out. You have like a little side on.
Yeah, exactly. No, that one
would be funny if there were 10 card slots, but they were just all randomly placed all over the device.
Yeah, it's like, ooh, put one here, put one here.
Have one in the bottom,
one goes in the side, one in the back.
Yeah, but the hidden one on the bottom, if you put one in there on the bottom, then it unlocks another game.
Secret compartment for.
I guarantee there's lots of room in there to slide them in because, like, I mean, it's just all ROMs, right, on a little system on a chip. So
yeah. So yeah, I mean, it's a.
They're like, these two are playing the game. It's like, what is this interface? Where is my PlayStation 5?
So did they get the premium one, or did they?
Yeah, he got I think he's got the 2 premium ones. Yeah.
Okay, so they got the better controls and buttons.
And he's got all the carts, right? So they've been manufactured. So they've got all 4 carts.
Yeah.
Well, they probably just got a couple manufactured for sending out media, but yeah. He's got all the remaining 4 carts.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
Yeah, man. I watch his content. I don't mind Metal Jesus. I like him.
No, I mean, yeah, he's cool. He's a cool dude.
Yeah, I've met him a couple times, so it's like he just seemed pretty chill.
Oh, there we go. He was looking.
I wish he showed how to change out the marquee though.
Oh, did he not?
I don't think he did. No.
Well, I could have just imagined. They said it was magnetic, so I figure you just peel it off. And
Magnetic? You want to put magnets near chips?
Well, it's up at the top. There's probably
guess.
nothing. And you know what? It's probably magnets probably wouldn't affect it that much. Magnets only affected really CRT monitors and hard drives, like physical hard drives,
Yeah.
like mechanical ones. So I don't even know if magnets anywhere would affect it that much.
Oh, they got
One
the
thing I noticed,
out-rounded
there's a
buttons.
bit of glare on the screen. I wish they had like what's my Steam Deck OLED has it. It has a treatment to it, so it doesn't glare.
I mean, they look cool. The build quality looks neat. You know, like I'm not gonna, you know, it's definitely.
Oh no, I think it's
Definitely
going
a
to be a
thing.
solid product. I kind of not a big fan of all the screw holes being like there's tons of them all over the place with little protectors on there. Little rubber.
Yeah.
And they did some of the comments I saw about it were when these videos started posting up on the Discord. I wasn't watching the videos, but I was watching people talk about it. And it was like,
500.
wow, it's smaller than I expected.
No,
But I
it's
was
actually
like-
big. It's actually 16 inches. So I mean,
But I was like, but you should know what the size of it is because in all that promotion material, it shows.
yeah,
like,
and
you know,
we even
dimensions
talked about it.
height-wise and width-wise.
I told people it's bigger than most people thought it was, like, or smaller than the arcade ones, arcade one-ups. But I mean, I think it's a perfect size.
Smaller than you
I
need
have a place
counter-
on my desk. I'm going to put it right here so I can, you know, pretend I'm working and play in some Mega Man.
Well, honestly, I'm
Mhm.
glad that they put like a 4x3 monitor in there instead of like a 16:9.
Yeah,
because
no, I
You
actually,
could fill out the screen for most of the games.
I'm not excited to get it. I'm just happy I've got it, and it'll be something I play. Like, you know, be one of those things where people are over. It's like, hey, you want to play this? You want to see this? This is pretty cool.
Yeah.
Not going to be my day player at all. So
Yeah. It's
that's
just
my
just a
EXP.
thing, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, it looks you know, the device looks pretty neat. You know, it's another one of those things where it's like, oh man, I really wish that, you know, like it did something else for me to want to grab one, or that I had a thing, like figure out where I'm gonna put it or something like that. But
You don't need it. You got a proper one behind you.
yeah, I know. It's a, you know, like when you're looking at their, you know, the ALU, you're like, all right, well,
Yeah.
And the ALU has literally everything they could ever want on it. That's why I bought this one.
Exactly
You
right.
know,
Like,
it's got
so-
the sticks, you got all 6 buttons, you got spinners, you got rollies, you got everything.
yeah.
You know, what's funny is like I was kind of looking at that in a similar situation when I was at the Pinball Expo, and I was looking at the At Games Pinball Mini, and I was thinking about buying that, but instead I wound up with the 4K one.
Right,
Yeah.
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's about right. Yeah, the size of a Vectrex. Now that would have been interesting.
They still need to do a Vectrex. That is like they still need to do a Vectrex collection or something. Like, and you don't need overlays, just color them, just add it part of the software. Like,
Yeah,
I
how
think
cool would that be,
if
right?
they ever did a Vectrex collection, I mean, like that would be impressing me. Like everybody talks about, oh, a Sega collection, Capcom collections, or whatever. I'm like, do a Vectrex, and I'll never say another bad word about Evercade ever
Isn't that
again.
cool though? Yeah, that would be cool. Yeah, great stuff.
Yeah,
great
but
stuff.
it's cool, man. It's getting there.
He's also wearing one of the new Jaguar tees. Yeah, Atari. I don't know. They had the drop this month. It was all talking about Jaguar. I'm like, what
Yeah.
are they?
Jaguar's not the games on Jaguar is not nearly as good as people remember. They're really mediocre, if anything.
Yeah, I mean, I like
Remember them being
really
really
them on
bad.
Atari 50 because, you know, like they're on Atari 50. So I was like, oh, all right. Well,
We're really bad. I
That's
have
why-
the entire
the one
Jaguar
I
set.
thought I was gonna
Yeah.
really like, there was a racing game that was like almost in the style of like Hard Driving, and I was like, oh man, this is awesome. But the collision detection is awful. I'm like
one
falling
was it?
through walls. I'm like, oh man,
There's
Club
no very
Drive.
many good
or-
games on it, man.
what was it
such a
called?
bummer. I wish there was more games. I mean, I know obviously, but you know,
No, I got enough games.
TurboGrafx 16 collection, heck yeah, I'll still take that.
Why not, right?
Oh yeah, playing Vectrex on an analog. All right, I guess that's kind of cool. This is a small screen though for that, right? Wouldn't you want a bigger screen for the Vectrex? Maybe. No.
No, I don't think so.
All right.
The Vectrix wouldn't be bad in Tate mode because it normally had the screen orientated that way.
Yeah. Papa Brad saying waiting on a 7800 plus. Yeah. I get my 2600 plus, so I mean I'm gonna wind up getting a 7800 plus, but it'll be later. Like I was just I'll just have it so I can have the other one over here. I'll have a plus over here and a plus in Studio B.
The only thing it has that the 2600 plus doesn't is the wireless controller.
Correct.
Which
I'm more excited about 7800 coming out. The new 7800. I got to play that at PRGE in the new racing, some new racing games Atari's got coming out. Man, they got some good stuff coming.
That's what.
Well, a battle racing game coming out, which is really good.
The new what new racing game?
There's a new battle racing game coming out. I forget what it's called, but I played it, dude. It's really sick. Like,
Fatal Run.
7800 or
I forget what it's called.
It's Fatal Run, right?
It's not on 7800. It's it was in their booth.
Yeah, it's a Fatal Run, whatever it is, right?
Yeah, it's really good.
Oh, yeah. Fatal Run.
I wish they put that on VCS, but they said it wouldn't run.
No, it's like PS5. Like I was playing on PS5, but I think it's a PS4.
Oh yeah, I think I heard of that one. Yeah, okay.
Yeah,
it's actually fun. It's a really simple battle racing game. Which, if anybody knows me in my channel, I love simple arcade racing games. Although my Transformer game is, where's it at? This one? If it had online, it would be awesome. This is a great game. I'm still playing this one.
What is that one?
This one is Galactic Trials. So I have the parts of the race you're racing, and then you're like using the whole knocking them back, like knockoffs and stuff, like Road Rat. And then you have part matches where you transform and you got to shoot bots down and shoot your enemies down, like in Transform style. It's pretty cool.
So it's like it's just like that part in Transformers 1.
Yeah, it's like the whole racing game. Yeah, it's pretty fun.
It's
really fun, cheap too, only $29.
Really? Oh, I gotta check that out because you
don't watch my content, but you would have checked it out on my channel.
I know, but I mean, now that I know, I was like, I gotta get the little ones in there because we took them both. They went nuts when we went to go.
Dude, I did that one. I played the NASCAR arcade game too on the Switch. Is fantastic. Like, nobody watches my content.
Oh, I do check it out, but yeah. But all right, let's see here. Man, this chat is like something else.
We have so many people here today.
Yeah, it's great.
Slow month.
Well, yeah,
November.
You know, love to see it though. Thanks everybody for hanging in.
Oh yeah, and we need to get back to looking at carts, reviewing carts too.
Yes, we do. We absolutely need to do that. So like we'll say probably next week we'll try to.
We should do the Evercast too.
And Evercast too.
I host it on my channel, and all we do is talk about the games. Crow, would you come?
Honestly, I'd be in for that, but I'd be like, okay, let's only talk about one game for an hour every episode.
I'd be down with that.
That'd be like the Intellivisionaries.
It'd probably be I would probably want to do one or two games though.
Yeah. Okay, break it up, 2 games. Yeah. I could go on and on forever.
We're plotting just more Evercade shows.
Evercast After Dark. Wasn't there an Amico channel?
Yeah, there was. Yes, there was.
The dark days of the pandemic when we were all mentally
everybody was all bored. Yeah,
everyone was bored. Like, hey, let's talk about this to death.
Yeah, Thanks, Immortal, gifting an Evercade Effect membership to a lucky member of this.
Luckily, Immortal awesome being chat. Just awesome. Way to go, Immortal! Cool. You're great, buddy.
Very cool. Very neat. So.
The Crow flies at midnight. Yeah, because Crow takes a lot of deep cuts in games, so it'd be great. I learn more from talking to Crow about obscure games than anywhere.
Talk worms and done. Oh, no way. Ballistic got it. Well, welcome on in, Ballistic, to the channel.
You're the bestest.
Very cool. Oh, good question, RMGB TV. Did everyone remember to pre-order the new carts?
Oh, yeah. Video game.
Actually, it popped up in my mind to pre-order them, and then I realized I hadn't even pre-ordered the previous
ones. Yeah. So I was disappointed because I went on Funstock and I'm like, sweet, where's my bundle? And there's no bundle.
Oh yeah.
You get the 2 extra carts. There it is. You could pre-order
DJC,
the
you're
cart,
just opening yourself up to the trolls, buddy.
and it's just like, oh man.
F the trolls.
I see
So, but yeah, I mean, I wish that there was something because it's the December cart bundle. Like, why don't they have like, I don't know, something, some kind of thing, right?
But yeah, I put my order at Video Games Plus. Video Games Plus just did a massive sale last week on Switch games too, like
Oh, did they
50,
really?
60% on Switch games. So it was awesome.
Nice. So
Here's
yeah,
the crazy thing. I thought I was going crazy when I ordered them, but I'm not. Video Games Plus, based in Canada.
Yep.
So the two carts together, $49.99 Canada. But I don't know what's going on with the exchange rate because in USD, the combo, both Toe Plan, Toe Plan 3 and Data East Arcade 1, $35.91.
Yep.
Toe Plan Arcade 4, and then the Metal Dragon and Life on Mars, that's $35.91. Also same price. So each cart is less than
the American cost.
Yeah, so like each individual
and you get
card,
free shipping to the US.
Yeah, exactly. Each individual card is like $17.95, far cheaper.
So that's why Video Games Plus is. You just realizing that?
No, well, I ordered it. I didn't even look at the price to be honest.
Yeah, Video Games Plus.
And then I was thinking, isn't that cheaper than it's supposed to be? And then I was like, maybe I just imagined that, and so I just had to go back and double check.
I'm going to be in Toronto next spring because I'm going to a card expo, and it's on my list to go to Video Games Plus. That's where it's located.
The real reason to buy from Video Games Plus, though, is that they give you the carts without the Peggy logo on it.
And you get points. And you get points with them if you signed up. And then you get $10 off, $5 off, a bunch of orders. I mean, I don't own Video Games Plus. But I'd like to say I introduced them to the Evercade community because I've been shopping with them for must be 10 years now, maybe.
That's awesome. Yeah, I mean,
and they're more reliable than
I guess I'm the only one that's like I just order everything at Fun Stock.
Yeah, you're just like paying taxes and import fees and duties, and
I mean, it's not that terrible.
Oh, everything is terrible coming out of Fun Stock.
I only buy it from Fun Stock if it's the only place I can get like the Evercade like Alpha, the deluxe one or whatever. That one you can only get from Fun Stock. So
yeah, I mean, my order for the bundle, with shipping, was only, what was it, $47?
See, if you stop ordering from there, all the money you're saving on shipping, you could have bought an Alpha.
I mean, maybe, I guess. I don't know.
Come on, man.
But I like the tchotchkes.
Yeah.
I'm just complaining. It's like, look, I got the socks. I got the little thingy here. I got this guy.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
I got this guy. And I got all this stuff. Those are another pair of socks because they got lazy.
Those aren't exclusive to the bundles, though, because you could buy that stuff separately.
Yeah, but if you buy it in the bundle, then you get a discount. So then you're just getting, you're getting socks for £2 instead of £5.
We'll stop judging you now, Rich.
I like the Royal Mail delays.
Yeah, exactly. or the armed robbery. or the canal getting clogged. It feels like every excuse has been used in the last 5 years.
That's wild.
How about this? The Evercade Alpha is on sale already at Video Games Plus.
What?
Yeah, for $21.55 off. So instead of $251.39,
why would they discount it before it even released?
Yeah, it's still pre-order.
Oh, they're probably just doing a sale, right? Because they've got an allotment.
Yeah. So it's cheaper there than if you were to buy it off of Fun Stock.
Oh, Anthony McDade gifted another Evercade Effect membership to the awesome chat. Wonder who grabbed that one. That's cool. Wait, was it GJC? Did GJC get it? He did. GJC got it. That's cool.
Oh, he did.
Yes, $30 off in Canada.
That's cool. And then Dan the Aztec, thanks. Becoming a member for 12 months. Give me 2 Evercade cards every 2 months in 2025. Sure. I am almost certain that's going to happen. Because every 2 months, that's 12 cards. 6. Yeah,
Yeah,
6.
it's funny because I don't remember. I was like looking at the price of the deluxe one. I was like, it's over $300. Did I spend over $300 on that? I thought it was
Yes.
cheaper than that.
Yeah.
It's like,
You did.
sure enough, yeah, I did spend over $300.
I should do a video. I should do a video with that. Just a fun one. Like in April Fool's video, an extreme challenge. Put the socks on your hands and play AXBR or something. That'd be hilarious. We need Evercade undies next. I don't know, man. Pajamas though. I'd rock Evercade pajamas.
Evercade underoos.
Katie, like Evercade pajama pants. Like I got Superman ones. They're pretty good. But I would do Katie. Just saying. Here they go.
I don't know if we need to have Evercade underwear because we'd have people showcasing them on YouTube.
I did not agree to give Dan Nasty 2 carts every 2 months. I just thought it was going to happen. And now the biggest. Good one. Good one, DJC.
Generation X. Oh.
They never have yet though. It's like 2 carts in the first 6 months and 10 carts at the end of the year. Oh, I thought you meant like total in the year. You get 12 carts. You just want the cadence to happen. Okay. Well, that I don't know. That I can't guarantee because they're wily. They're all over the place.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Katie Jamas. Let's do it.
All
Make
right.
it happen, guys.
I should get ready for my stream in a bit.
You should jet. Okay. Well, I mean, we're kind of in that place, right? We're just like hanging in.
Yep.
Yeah. So we can do your final thoughts, final plugs.
Yeah, I should be streaming today for a little bit in the morning, and then yeah, I don't even know what video I just put. Oh, I just put a Dragon Age video, Dragon Age Veilguard, which is freaking awesome.
Yeah,
I love
good
that game.
times.
That's about it.
Nice. All right, cool. What you got, Crow?
Well, on Halloween, I actually put out something. It was the Camp Bloodbook table for Pinball M. I got that video out on time, and that's actually my favorite table in Pinball M right now. I really like that table, especially when you beat the wizard mode. That blew me away. But I got a couple videos already ready to go for the next couple of weeks. So Hurricane is one, and the other one was Wild West Rampage. And other than that, I'm still working through. I really slowed down playing games on the Evercade, so I've only played like 1 game in the last 3 weeks, maybe.
Oh wow!
So I still got 3 more to go in Sunset Collection 1. So maybe by the end of the year I'll finish it.
All right. Well, that's good stuff. That's good stuff. So over here, I still have yet to get into Studio B and do the recordings for the Walk Down Alzheimer's Walk in earnest. That will be happening this week for sure. So content in and of itself might be like a little weird and obscure. This week might be a lot of like just me thinking and riffing off of things on the channel. But in the background, I'll be doing all of the editing and shooting for the Super Pocket review. And then those will all be added to the Walk Down Alzheimer's stuff that's already been shot. So, so that should be, so the 11th should start the takeovers. The 11th through the 15th should all just be the walk.
Actually, the At Games Legends Pinball 4K is only part of the reason that I'm not playing Evercade stuff. The other part is that Vampire Survivors has a DLC that just came out for Castlevania.
Oh, nice.
And I've been playing that nonstop since it came out.
Oh wow!
Yeah, I heard rumors that was going to happen. It's good that it's finally.
And the DLC is only $4.
That's not bad. I'm gonna have
That's
to check
pretty
it out. Does it have the music?
Yes.
Oh, I'm in. All right, that's it. That's all I need. Oh man, Immortal right here at the end.
Wow, look at
Giving
him!
away another Evercade Effect membership.
Awesome.
Thanks.
The gift
guys.
that just keeps giving is Immortal Sojourn.
That's it.
And
Very
the
cool.
Castlevania map they put out is the biggest map they've ever done. It's so big that you cannot possibly get through the whole thing in the 30-minute time limit. So as you play, you can unlock teleporters to teleport yourself throughout the castle.
Oh wow, that's awesome. So yeah, so check all that stuff out. Check everybody else. Make sure you're visiting and saying hi. Drop in on the channel, give a wave, and then I guess that'll be it for this week. Of course, Ed will be back on his usual.
No, don't promise. I thought he was going to be here until yesterday.
So yeah, he'll
no promises.
I'm sure, no promises that he'll actually be there, but I'm sure he'll be around. But also check to see he does all of those crazy like 5-hour live streams, so you got to check out that too, I guess.
Yeah, and they start at like 10 p.m.
Can't believe he goes that long.
I don't know how he gets the time to do all that.
That's nuts.
Yeah, exactly.
But yeah, enjoy it. So
well, the Polymega cover's coming off my Polymega.
Oh, that's awesome. That's cool. I wish I had a dust cover.
All my stuff has dust covers.
My current dust cover is my Atari VCS. That's what's dust covering Polymega.
Daylight saving time ends, and I really wish they would just pick one time or another, so I never have to change a clock again.
That's right.
Yeah, that's your guys' fault.
Let's fall back and then just don't go back. That's it. Let's just do that.
No, actually, I think that if we were going to choose one or the other, I think it would just be daylight savings time on all the time.
Yeah,
because it is already on most of the year or at this point.
Yeah. So, all right, everyone. Thanks for hanging out with us. We will catch you guys next time on the Evercast.
Bye, everybody.
See you guys later. And thanks also to all of the amazing members of the Evercade Effect memberships. Of course, that's what Ed would say. So anyway, we'll see you guys later.
Bye.
Thanks, Crash Line, Mr. Shua, Immortal Sojourn, Sucker MC, Ember Cummings, Joe Whitlash.